I look out the door. I'm trying to see if the garbage went by yesterday. It's like 5:30. It's pitch black. I can't see shit.
Rob, I missed the garbage. I had to go dump it off at the halal place again. Thank God they say we have cameras. No, you don't. I know you don't have cameras.
The Pat Mayo Experience.
Pat Mayo Experience. Pat Mayo Experience. Pat Mayo Experience. Experience.
Welcome to the Pat Mayo Experience, presented by Underdog, the non-rated R version, hopefully, of the Week 10 NFL Best Bet Show. Smash the like, turn on those notifications as well when you sub to Mayo Media Network. Download the audio podcast or watch the video on Spotify, Apple as well. Please do all that, comment, 5 stars, all that good stuff to help us out. All right, a good week in the books for both Cam Stewart and Rob Pizzola, both 2-1 a week ago. I was 1-2, but Cam, you won the battle of Pittsburgh versus Indianapolis. There was a muff punt, and then the fortunes of the game flipped, and it was just over for the Colts.
I didn't mean to say you, Pat, but I get a lot of, when you go on these shows and people have comments, you're an idiot before like the game start. Oh, nice pick. And I love it when they do that because usually we'll win. And I never say anything about anybody for their picks. You pick what you want to pick. That's why point spreads are out there. It's the great equalizer, right? But I will say this. I just thought it was a spot for Pittsburgh. I'm not saying they're a good team, and let's be honest, their offense is very pedestrian. The Colts look very good early in that game, and you're right, that mistake. By the way, the NFL kind of freaking rule. Okay, can I swear still, or are we going to get flagged?
You can swear.
Oh, just not MS.
You just can't reference someone's mother in front of it, or we get rated R.
Okay, nice fucking rules. Oh, I can't advance a fumble. Get a grip. This is a child's league. Like, the rules are so dumb. I can do advance a fumble. It's a live ball. Like, what the hell are these guys doing? Who writes this shit?
That is the rule. That's always been the rule.
It's a horrible rule, Pat. And if you think it is, you're just getting me going and you want my blood pressure to rise.
I know. I'm not weighing in on one side or the other, whether it's a good or bad rule, but it's always been the rule.
I know, but but why? Why? So you're telling me a guy touches the ball, I grab it, I can't get a touchdown? Why? Why can't I advance the ball? That's why what I'm asking. Why?
On a muffed punt specifically?
Yes.
I don't know why they changed that. Like, I know the other rule you can't, because on fourth downs, people were intentionally fumbling the ball forwards if they were stopped. So they changed that back in the day. On a muffed punt, why can't you advance it?
Why,
honestly,
Rob?
I don't know.
Yeah, see, thank you.
I feel like you should be able to.
No, like, Rob, it's a play. Like the whole point is an exciting play. And you're taking a guy that goes into the end zone and putting the ball back. It makes absolutely, you can break it down all you want. It's just bad for the game.
Yeah.
You're taking an exciting play and killing it, just like the NFL does for so many things. Why?
Well, you don't want to see everyone attempt 70-yard field goals now?
Well, you got a good kicker on your team. Aubrey's pretty good, but yeah, I just think it's ridiculous. There's no, Pat, don't you think it'd be exciting if a guy, like, ball goes off his shin, off his head, guy picks it up in the air with one hand, takes it in, that's fun. That's what football is supposed to be. Instead, we're blowing a play dead. Anyway, we have picks to make.
I agree. I agree with you that you should be able to advance it. I guess it's because there's like so many weird bounces that it could take that it could just hit you from behind in a weird way, and then someone could pick it up and run with it.
But that's cool though. That's it. Pay attention. Keep your head on the swivel.
I get that. This is what they've decided on is what they want.
The beauty of AI has told me that you can't advance a muffed punt because it's not considered a new possession. So it's not a fumble. So if he grabs it and gets possession and he fumbles, then you can advance it. But because it's not considered a new possession yet, he hasn't caught it, they deem it dead.
You know, you can tell your buddy AI, F-O. How's that sound?
MFO.
Numbnuts. Yeah. No. Can't use that one.
Well, only if we use it.
Just F-O. It's F-O. Okay? You got it. There we go.
You guys are a bit... Daylight savings time's got you guys a bit punchy.
Yeah, me and Rob are just still bitter about the World Series too, but that's a story for another day.
Why do we have to have daylight savings time anymore? Like,
I'm with
this
you.
get started in like the 1800s or something?
Exactly.
I look out the door. I'm trying to see if the garbage went by yesterday. It's like 5:30. It's pitch black. I can't see shit.
Rob, I missed the garbage. I had to go dump it off at the halal place again. Thank God they say we have cameras. No, you don't. I know you don't have cameras. I've done it before. Get cameras and I'll start thinking about not dumping my garbage there. By the way, these guys are leaving 13 bags on next to the garbage. I'm the only guy who throws it in the garbage, and you're going to yell at me about using other places to dump garbage? I have no qualms about it. I'm going to dump everything there. I'm not even going to hire a U-Haul. I'm going to take every piece of shit that I have in my house before I move and throw it in there just to say clean up your trash.
Jared got caught dumping.
Did he really?
Yeah, he gave me a what are you doing there, son? When anybody calls
what
you
are you
son,
doing there,
that's
son?
just
One
oh
of
god.
those.
Talk about feeling like absolute shit.
Just be careful, Jared. A lot of the times, too, these guys who say they got cameras, you got to think about the strength of their business, if they're really making money or not. You take your chances.
It was a
I just look at these
crematorium.
guys, and they've also like ravaged the parking lot with loose trash from the grocery store. Anyway, tomato rinds that are like smashed all over the ground, smelly food, whatever. I'm like, why? Why should I care about dumping a couple bags of clean garbage in the dumpster? You guys have already ruined the whole supermarket facility. So you know what? I really don't care.
Clean garbage might be pushing it a little bit.
You know what I mean, Rob?
By
Rob,
definition, garbage is garbage.
I'm just talking about like 50-pound bags of old onions and corn cobs and red smashed tomatoes. It's like, I'm not doing any damage. So you've already done the damage to the lot. I've done nothing but put my bags in the bin. You get it?
Yeah, no, however you need to justify it to yourself.
I will justify it all day long. By the way, daylight savings time, I'm with Rob. Dumbest, like it's ridiculous. There's no need for it. It's so dumb. Like I don't even get it. Some places actually, I think there's a place in the world that doesn't have it, a certain time zone.
Hawaii doesn't have it.
Phoenix doesn't have it, does it? Doesn't Arizona?
Yeah, you're right, Pat. I think it's one of those like Arizona or one of those places is just like, we just balance it out. It's a push, you know? Why not?
Yeah, the people I feel the worst for are people in Maine, because Maine is in the Eastern time zone, yet it's like directly south of New Brunswick, and we're an hour ahead. So I had a bunch of friends who went to college in Maine. They went to Bowdoin. And they were like, it gets dark at 3 p.m. here.
What a disaster. I used to live in Yellowknife. It gets dark like at 11 o'clock in the morning, but we're not talking about where we live. Think about, Pat, friends that you have. I know you work with McInnes now. Your time zone, and what about the Newfoundland time zone? That's a shit show. That's another hour.
Yeah, but it needs to. It's another half hour. But
half an hour. You're right.
It's another half hour, but it has to be because it's so north. Like it would just, Jared. I mean, you're from Newfoundland. Yep. How? If it was like even on our time zone, when would it start to get dark? 3:30 p.m.
Yeah. It's definitely sub 4 o'clock.
I didn't know you were a newfie there, Derek. That's cool. I like it.
Nice Derek.
He did say Derek.
Yeah, that's okay.
It's fine.
It's fine.
You're not Acadian, just regular Newfoundlander?
Regular Newfoundlander.
No, I don't think there's no Acadians in Newfoundland. That's a Nova Scotia thing.
Sorry, Nova Scotia. Sorry, Pat. It's okay.
All Eastern Canadians are the same to Cam, you know?
Yeah. You can find
Acadians.
You can find most Acadians in New Orleans now after they were expelled from this province.
It's a good
point.
To
Louisiana.
A lot of great food. Great food if you're into all sorts of fun stuff.
The ESPN bet went out of business, Rob. I'm having Jeff and Ryan from Covers on a little bit later on in a bonus show on Mayo Media Network. If you want to hear more about that, the state of sportsbooks. But figured I'd throw it to you. Just initial impressions of what's going on here. This feels like more of a Penn thing than anything else because they've now gone out of business with both Barstool and ESPN.
Yeah, so ESPN Bet was like a massive revenue loser. And they, for some reason, I mean, they have ESPN and the TV channel as their outlet, but they can never gain market share from DraftKings or FanDuel. So they're obviously doing something wrong. And at this point, they just figured it's best to cut the cord with it than just to continue losing money at this point. So, I mean, not surprising. I don't use ESPN Bet. I'm in Canada, but for my American colleagues that do, they would often complain about the product. It's just at this point, I mean, you got to look back on that entire purchase of that product and you just got to laugh and be like, this is some of the biggest money wasted in the history of anything. Like $2 billion acquisition for that company. Wow. And they're just going to shut it down and sold a lot of the stuff back to Dave Portnoy for $1. I mean, he came out laughing on this whole thing. So I would say, Pat, like, I saw it this morning, and there was 0 ounces of surprise in me. It was like, just shrugged my shoulders and said, yep, saw that one coming.
Yeah. I mean, Cam, you probably don't care, do you?
No, I don't.
It's fewer sports books, which means fewer diversity in lines. Not that I think that ESPN Bet was probably like putting up.
I still don't want to bet. Like, one of the thing is, it's just kind of the optics of it too. Like, you're watching a game on ESPN. I don't want to bet. Like, that's why other companies, I felt better to bet somewhere else. Like, I even if I had an account there, I'm like, why would I want to bet with these guys? Like, I just don't. There's so many options out there.
It's also just like a complete mess. Like, if you look at internally, I saw Mina Kimes yesterday was promoting like a sweepstakes casino. that Stephen A. Smith has some sort of ownership in. It's like you work for ESPN. You know, I would think that's a conflict of interest, but they just get away with doing this stuff. Like ESPN was never able to get their talent on board with promoting ESPN Bet either. And that becomes like a big problem as well, because that's their avenue to market is through ESPN. So not surprising. It's going to suck for Cam when he's looking for that +7, and it would have been at ESPN Bet, but everywhere else is 6.5.
I wrote that chick a DM. I said, I like your pavement poster. I didn't get a response. She likes some of the same loser bands that I like, Pizzola, but that's a story for another day. Anyway, let's move forward.
I will dig more into this. I don't want to ruin almost all of my points, but I think that you hit on a really smart thing, Rob, about trying to get their talent on board with promoting the product. And this is something that I've seen, hell, over the past 10 years or so, because there was a lot of money in the market, you know, a decade ago for someone like me who had direct access to people who actually like to bet. Obviously, you guys are in exactly the same scenario. And then a lot of that money dried up for a while as they went to large influencers who weren't necessarily in the betting space anyway, and that didn't really work. So then they tried this method of getting sports personalities who don't seem to know anything about gambling to try to promote it anyway. And it's all just reverting back to people want to hear, that people don't want to hear people like shill everything. Play on Underdog, by the way, code Mayo, if you want to go do that. That's something that you should most definitely do. But it feels like it has more weight, even though the audience is obviously way, way smaller than a lot of these people have. At least you have a higher engaged viewer base who might actually want to play on these products if you tell them that it's good.
Yeah, 100%. I think that was the biggest mistake with legalized gambling in general in terms of the marketing of specific platforms. To your point, Pat, it became like this arms race of like, we got to get every influencer or content creator or what. And a lot of people who never talked sports in their life before, or sports betting, I should say, were just thrust into like these sports betting personality roles. Yeah. And the average consumer is not stupid. They can tell when they're being bullshitted. They can tell when, you know, fucking Rex Ryan is telling you that his SGP of the day that like nobody gives a fuck, right?
Yeah, like Jamie Foxx, I enjoy your movies, but I really don't give a shit about, you know what I mean? It's like, I get it. Like, dude, you're great. You're a great actor, but you're not going to sell me on a casino or sports betting site. No, thanks.
And, you know, when it doesn't come across as authentic, I think that's why people watch this show, is because there's an authenticity there. Like, we all bet. We're friends, and we can just like tell it how it is, and that's not what you get a lot of nowadays in terms of you know, people promoting gaming sites. A lot of it is just fluff. Go bet this SGP because we have to do this segment every day, and then like that weighs on people. So yeah, I mean, not surprising at all. I mean, ESPN's been going downhill for a while. It's not even just the gaming brand. The entire brand as a whole is just like losing market share. So not surprising.
Cam, I'll tell you, too, that if you do want to get a good sports book in Canada outside of Ontario, coolbet.com is exactly where you want to be, with the fastest payouts in the biz and exclusive PME boosts. What do you think about that?
I think it's a fine site, but I live in fucking Ontario, so it doesn't do me any good.
Listen, the PME boosts are... I'm the classic. I've been the classic one leg short 3 of the past. I hit one 2 weeks ago, a 4-legger, and I've gone 3 of 4 on the props each of the past 3 weeks. I'm feeling good about this week. Did not have the best week a week ago. I went 1-2, although we were on the opposite sides of our gold pick. So you hit your gold pick with Pittsburgh. I lost it with Indianapolis. Cam, you were 2-1. Rob, you were 2-1. However, I will take going 1-2 and you guys going 2-1 every week, Cam, because I used the Sharp Stack app and won like $8,000 on props. So that was great.
Did I have Chicago? I didn't even realize I bet that.
I had Chicago.
No.
Oh, sorry. I'm looking at you. Oh, yeah. Sorry. I'm looking across. I'm looking up instead of across. Yeah. God, me and the Saints. That's funny. Anyway, we'll talk about that later on. They might be in the minerals. Stay tuned.
Of course they are.
I just don't understand why I'm doing it. By the way, Rob, for all the people, listen to this one. So I knew we were doing really, really well in the quarterly contest. You know, me and Cameron 2 drew, right? So we win one more game. We get 6,000. We literally missed 80,000 US, Pat, by 2 games. We're 19-6, 21-4-1. And we switched like 3 picks and they all lost. So we had a team meeting. I was really depressed. We almost won $80,000. I could really use 80,000 US would literally change my life in so many good ways, but that's just the way it is. Day late, dollar short, but we're doing pretty well. But that room, like I thought we could get there, but that hurts. Not bad though. No money. 1 game out, Rob, of the money. What else?
What was that? Circa millions quarterly?
Yeah, circa millions quarter. And overall, we're in 44th out of 6,000.
Yeah, I got. I think I'm also tied with you with 1 entry. So
Okay, well,
hopefully one of us.
well,
can take
I'll
some
tell you
cash
one
out.
thing. If we I'd rather split with you than any other person that I don't know if we're going to split. So good luck to you.
Yep, you as well.
Want to remind everyone, 4for4.com/Mayo if you want to get your hands on the Sharp Stack app. If you use code Mayo50, you get a free week. You can test it out with that code, and then it's 50% off that monthly plan in perpetuity with code Mayo50 if you like it. You can sync up your accounts to it. Probably don't want to do that with ESPN Bet right now, but your other accounts, you can do that fine. And like I said, Cam, it paid huge dividends last week. There was a lot of 3 of 4, 5 of 6 type of weeks. And then finally last week, the 7 of 7 hits. So the 7, 6, 5, 4, and 3 leg parlays all came through, which was just glorious.
Craziness, Pat. No, you're right. That's absolutely huge. And guys, I know we'll talk about this on another show, but just the stuff that's going on with sports gambling, Rob, like Morency was telling me about the MMA fight that got investigated, the line minus 260 to a pick 'em. And basically everyone who knew fighting, the guy takes a dive. You watch the fight again. It's like pretending to get out of a chokehold. Like, what is happening here? Like, this is like, I guess this is the new world that we're living in. We're going to see a lot more of this stuff. And Pat, apparently, like, all these people just started opening up sports books like at a crazy rate. Like, that's the whole thing. Like,
Well,
it's like a crime. You're going to get caught. Like,
Yes.
these people are smart, man. Like, it's like, you think you can call your sixth uncle and go, hey, I got an idea. No, if everyone's doing it at the same time, you're going to get caught. It's
there's only so much money that can be bet on these fights without warranting suspicion. And in this one in particular, like, the story's kind of crazy because
Can you say that? I saw the headline, but I have no idea what happened. Can you explain it to me?
Rob will explain it.
Yeah, I don't know the guy. I'm not an MMA fan. I don't remember the guy's name, Dragusin, something like that. Regardless, he's in like a contract dispute with the UFC. He wanted to get paid more. Then what happens is all of a sudden his line starts plummeting. Money's coming in on the opposing fighter. This triggers some sort of like gaming checks where they go to the UFC and they go to Dana White and say, hey, like, something is going on with this fight. Dana White meets with this fighter. Guy's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Everything is legit. They go forward with the fight. Seems pretty clear as day that this guy threw the fight in the first round. He got choked out. It looks pretty damning. And now there's this full-blown investigation. The FBI is involved in it. But the line on this guy went from like minus 260. It just kept
To like a pick 'em.
Yeah, money flowing in on the other side, derivatives, and to win in the first round, all these bets. And now there's a huge investigation. Some sportsbooks have already just voided that fight altogether. They just said, this is a fixed fight. We voided it. Others haven't yet, but yeah, this is going to be a long, drawn-out process where there's a big investigation happening. And that's not the only thing that happened this week. Like, there was a college basketball game this week between Fordham. I don't even remember the other team's name, but Fordham is a 14.5-point favorite in the game. First half spread is -9. It gets steamed all the way down to -4 before the game. And the full game number doesn't even get touched. So someone is fading this team in the first half. And of course, they shoot like 18% from 3. They lose the first half by 11 points as a 14.5-point favorite. So to Cam's point, it's going to keep happening, but it's becoming very obvious when it is happening, in my opinion, nowadays. So it's just a matter of like putting the people away, I guess, that are continuing to try to pursue these types of things.
Jared, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, I filled in for Dayton yesterday on the Dogger Pass.
Did Mad Lab talk about it?
He did, yeah. They did like 10 minutes at the top. And just to Rob's point, like he got choked out. And Mad Lab was saying like any bozo who tries jiu-jitsu for the first time would never do that. Like they would never defend themselves like that, getting choked out. He was like, and Mad Lab said he was 85% sure, which for him is like
100%.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
Yeah, so
Rob, was it Fordham versus New Jersey Institute of Technology?
Sure was.
Yeah,
NJIT. That's the one.
Okay. Yeah, wow, what a game.
Yeah, but like if you're going to try to fix a game, like how much money can you get down on the first half of that game without triggering some sort of alarm?
That's the thing. It's not Duke and Kentucky. It's Engine and Fordham. Like, what are we doing here? That's amazing. Oh boy. Wow, life's so crazy.
It's an interesting time. Listen, as long as there is opportunity, and there's an opportunity to make money, people will try. They'll do what they can. So, and nowadays there's so many things to bet on. There's opportunity to make money. So people are going to keep trying.
There is. Yeah, good call.
If you want to hear more about that, the Dogger Pass podcast is out now on Mayo Media Network. Video version, or just search Dogger Pass in the podcast lobby, and that will pop up. Dan, Tom, and Mike, the Mad Lab, are both on that, breaking it all down with all the fights and bets this week over there now. You know how much time I spend researching bets and lineups and shows and getting everything ready for you? So when it's actually time to sleep, I need it to count. That's why I switched to a Helix mattress, and honestly, game changer. I have Helix mattresses all over my house. My wife and I have one. The guest room has one. My kids have one. I got a kid on the way, and eventually they're going to have one too. Even Jared over at the studio living there, I got him a Helix mattress as well. Populated with Helix, you need to do it too. I used to wake up with a stiff back and night sweats. Now I just sleep through the night. No tossing around, no overheating. It's just comfortable and supportive. I took their quiz, I tailored it to myself, and boom, I got exactly what I needed from the mattress I deserve. I think you deserve a nice one too. So go to helixsleep.com/Mayo for 27% off, and exclusive to Pat Mayo Experience listeners. That's helixsleep.com/Mayo for 27% off. Make sure to enter my show name after checkout so they know I sent you. helixsleep.com/Mayo. You know that moment before the night out when you're excited but also thinking, tomorrow might be rough. Yeah, I've been there. Sure have. And that's why I've started using pre-alcohol from ZBiotics. Total game changer. ZBiotics pre-alcohol probiotic drink is the world's first genetically engineered probiotic, built by PhD scientists to tackle those tough mornings after drinking. Here's how it works. When you drink, alcohol creates an unwanted byproduct in your gut, and that's what makes it hard the next day. Pre-alcohol is designed to break down that byproduct. Now, I drink pre-alcohol as my first drink of the night, and the next morning, good to go. So if you want to enjoy every day, head to zbiotics.com/PatMayo and use code PatMayo for 15% off your first order. And it's backed by a 100% money-back guarantee. So there's no risk, only better mornings. Well, let's get to the gold picks for this week. Rob, question for you.
Answer.
Why has the Giants spread gone to 5.5 in some spots from 3.5? Are there injuries on the Giants I don't know about beyond the obvious ones?
It's pretty dire for them. I guess offensive line now, center and right tackle. Defense is still, we'll see who plays in the secondary this week, but they basically had no corners last week. So I think it's an injury-related move. With that said, it's not like the Bears injury report is clean either. Like they're dealing with injuries in the secondary, D-line, obviously in the backfield, although it looks like Swift will be back, Luther Burden, Cole Kmet, all those guys. So I think it's an injury-related move. You compound the bad defense on the Giants with now potentially injuries on the offensive line.
Okay, I was just trying to parse that through in my mind. I will take the Giants plus 5.5 against the Bears, Cam, as my gold selection this week. And it's more of a play against the Bears than anything else because I just don't think that they can stop anyone. And when you can't stop anyone, it's hard to win by more than 5.5 points.
I was looking at that game as an extra mineral for sure. I'm with you, Pat. It's Giants or nothing. I'm seeing 4.5 on my book. If you can find a 5.5, even better. And yeah, I'm not laying points with the Bears. It's pretty simple. I talked about Caleb Williams. People can say what I have my own opinions. I don't think he's a great quarterback. I don't think the Bears are a great football team. I'd take the Giants.
Plus 5.5, Rob, minus 108 at ProfitX right now.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue with you at that price either. Mm-hmm. I do have a lot of concerns with the Giants. I will say, I think the offense is kind of falling down to earth a little bit. And the fact that they couldn't really run the ball on the 49ers last week or really do much with the 49ers defensive line last week is a little bit of cause for concern for me. But then we've gotten to this point now where like the Bears need to win by margin and they needed kind of like a miracle to beat the Bengals last week. So I get it. It's two bad teams. And when you get those, sometimes you just take the points and you cross your fingers.
Yeah, this reminds it's I do have faith that the Chicago offense can blow them out, so I wouldn't want to put them on a teaser or anything like that. But I also do think that the Giants could outright win this game against the Bears as well, because the Bears just do really stupid things. Like the moment you think that they're rolling, Cam, they do something incredibly stupid. But it's almost the sense of I don't want to lay 5.5 points with Chicago, almost the same way that I don't want to lay 5.5 points or 5 points with Carolina this week either. I don't like New Orleans. I just don't want to lay 5 points with Carolina.
I was actually looking at New Orleans, but I need my head examined. I'm an absolute psychopath. If I didn't take a couple stupid teams, things could be so different. But that's who I am. I do a lot of dumb shit. And that's something I have to work on for the rest of my life. But I'm with you. I think I don't like laying numbers with the Bears. Can you believe that, Rob and Pat, too? Think about how that money went on that play. Instead of just marching down the field, kicking a field goal, Loveland breaks a tackle, goes in. You're back in the Bengals. You're shitting it. You're just absolutely.
No, you know what?
But onside kick, Cam.
I backed the Bears in that game, and it was incredible that they didn't win that game by 14 points at the same time.
Yeah, I understand. I'm just saying the end of the game, though, Pat. Like, it's just like, whoa, man, whoa. Like, it was.
This is what happens when two really bad football teams play each other. They cannot close out games. These teams are not used to being in these situations where they have to close out games. But yeah, you're right, Cam. It's a fluke play to Loveland, but also, I mean, we see 5% onside kick recovery.
Yeah, exactly.
1 in every 20, and they ended up getting one to go down the field there. So.
Well, did you know that in the room live as we were watching it, 2 simultaneous onside kicks were going on at the same time, and Cuss put a 10-1 bet on with our friend that none of them would be recovered.
Why would you? What? Like,
the year of Cust is. I think was below 500 last week. That bet might have been like the peak, where you start to decline.
Yeah, the minute we greased him,
right?
Pat, now he's done. It's over. Like, Sauce Gardner's gone to the Colts. Like, it's just we hardly knew you. But anyway, he was doing great. Like, let's give Cuss credit. Like, but now, you're right. Now things can get a little bit stupid.
Mm-hmm.
So Giants for me as the gold pick. Oh, I did forget to tell you too. Maybe this is the peak, Cam. That if you go on the shorts section of Mayo Media Network or like follow me on Instagram or anything like that, you will see that the hot take from Cust is he loves daylight savings time. He loves being like 4 o'clock and it being dark out. And he's just like in his element.
I love Cuss, but I got to be honest with you, Pat. Sometimes the shit he says, I think he just does it just to fire people up and stuff like that. There's no sane human being that thinks it's a good idea.
Well, that's why we run a sanity contest at the end of the year, and he always loses.
I don't know, man. We didn't even talk about Jeff on the Fox broadcast there. It's like fucking. This is legendary shit. I was showing people like at the bar. I'm putting my football monies and stuff like that for the pool. I'm like, that's like a good buddy. Like this guy, like that was absolutely crazy. Oh man, that was. What were you guys doing?
Cam, once I realized where Jeff, I was on the exact opposite side of. So Jeff,
you guys were both at the game.
He was Blue Jays dugout. I was Dodgers dugout. And once I figured out that he was there, once I saw, because I was looking, I know where he usually sits, and his buddy's got seats there. I swear to you, Jeff watched like 5% of that game. He cannot. Even when they're winning, he can't watch any sort of tense.
He's a Charger fan. He's seen it all before, Rob.
He's looking away. His head's down. He does not watch the game when he's there. He's just there for the vibe, I guess.
No. He's been beat down his whole life. He has no trust in anything working out for him. Look at the teams that he likes. He's a Charger guy.
I'm a Leafs and Cowboys fan.
I know. I get it, Rob. But yeah, you're right. I guess you're both there.
Like that picture with him on the dugout with it.
It's
you didn't have the scoreboard there. That happened 10 times during the game. It happened when they were leading. Like
when they were leading. God, that's amazing. Can you believe that? Like, out of all the guys like that's like good friend, good buddy, like almost family member. Like this guy's a meme for the rest of us, like forever.
Look, we went
wild, man.
I was in the stands for one game with Cuss. Cuss got on TV, and then Jeff is there at Game 7. He gets on TV.
Okay.
He was on First Take. They used a clip of him on First Take to talk about the heartbreak. It's hilarious. It's really funny.
You guys got gold picks?
You got one, Rob?
Well,
yeah, it's a tough week. We're digging.
Let's scour.
Let's scour. Let's scroll. Let's scour.
Got a few coals in the fire here. Yeah, I don't. Okay,
I don't know what we're
I'll
doing.
go. I'll go.
Okay, go. You go, Rob.
I'm going to take the Ravens.
I love the Ravens too. That was literally going to be my gold pick. I can't believe this guy. Okay, I'm with you, Rob. I love the Ravens too.
I just think like we're back to full health on the Ravens now, like completely healthy. Great trade, by the way, this week for Draymond Jones. I think that really helps on the defensive line for them. And I like the Ravens when they're at full health. I think we've gone through the path of the year where they were just completely decimated, especially on the defensive side of the ball. Now that they have a healthy defense, healthy full team, I think they're kind of undervalued. Like, look at where they're being priced in the market now relative to like week 2, week 3. when they were healthier. I don't know. I'm not buying Minnesota. Good win against Detroit.
That's a
played very
divisional
well.
game. McCarthy played well, but we know the NFL's week to week. The Ravens might go in there and absolutely murder these guys. Rob, that line was 3.5 too, and now we're seeing a 4.5. It looks like they're trying to beg for people to take some Viking money there, and I'm not going to be that guy. I've already bet Minnesota at 3.5, and I still like them at 4.5. I think they can win this game by a touchdown at least.
Yeah, Baltimore.
The Ravens, I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, Baltimore.
Yeah, it's up to 4.5 now in some spots. DK just bumped it up to, and so did FanDuel up to 4.5.
Is Rob getting 4, Pat?
He is getting 4. There's enough 4s at -110s or even a -106 still out there that -4 would go. I'm with you. I just worry that like we all really like the Ravens here.
No, that's okay. But sometimes we're on the same stuff and it wins, right? Like that's just the way it goes. It's a spot play. Minnesota played a great game last week, and we talked about it. I bet Minnesota last week against Detroit. I'm not bullshitting you. Like it was just divisional game, getting too many points. They showed up now. This is a spot for the Ravens to say, okay, this division's ours. Everybody's shit. The Steelers, they won their game. Baltimore needs to put the pedal down, and it starts this week by beating the crap out of the Vikings.
Also, the one thing I'll say with the Vikings defense played amazing. With
they got guys back.
They stopped the run. They were getting pressure, but Jared Goff is a fucking statue. Like once they got to him, he could not move. He was so rattled for the majority of that game. And Lamar gives you the element of actually being able to escape some of that pressure. I'm not entirely sold on the Vikings offense yet. McCarthy played better than I think his box score numbers. Like if you look at the box score, it's very pedestrian. I think he was better than that. But Kevin O'Connell, I still don't think has full trust in him. Like they don't let him air it out the way that, an average NFL team would let a quarterback air it out with those types of weapons either. They still are a little bit too conservative, in my opinion, offensively. So yeah, definitely the Vikings can win. Like they have a great home field. They're also getting healthier as well. But I just think there's a short price on Baltimore. I think Baltimore is very good.
I'm with Rob. I want that as my gold pick. I know it's boring for everybody. I'll give you some additional picks later on, but we're about, trying to get winners here. And I think Baltimore's the play this week, guys. I really like the Ravens.
Let's move to silver picks then. Would anyone like to start, or can I just take mine right now?
You could take yours right now. I'm thinking about doing something real stupid, so you go ahead of me.
Browns -2.5 on the road at the Jets. I mean, I
got these guys at +2.5. Pat, why?
Yeah,
again,
I bet them at the money line +110. Like right after I saw the Sauce Gardner trade, I was thinking about taking them anyway in this game, and I was like, oh, perfect, here we go, because this line is going to flip. So I think the Browns are a lot. It's funny because this got brought up on the Spread Pick show that can Cleveland win this game in a similar fashion that they did against Miami earlier on, like 2 weeks ago or so. And I think yes and no in a way. I think they'll be able to jam the ball down the throats of the Jets just using Judkins. Cedric Tillman's back too. Bannon's healthy, Njoku's healthy. They'll have that intermediate short passing game on the go to generate first downs. And just defensively, I guess the only thing is maybe there's no Tua to throw 4 picks and a pick 6 to them. But Justin Fields is out there, and he can be elusive, so he might break off a big play. But unless it's Justin Fields scrambling for his life, 3 guys fall down, he runs for a 70-yard touchdown. How are they moving the ball on the Browns?
I don't know. This is a weird game for me because I don't like either of these teams.
Crazy line move too, right, Rob? You go from a +2.5 to a -2.5.
That makes sense though. I think I think people like Cleveland anyway. Then they lost their 2 best defenders.
Yeah. It's for me, it's Cleveland or nothing, Pat. So, I'm with you. Do you want me to do this or not? Am I going to take the Saints again for like are these my new Titans? What the fuck am I doing here? Like I'm looking for a dog. I can't take 3 favorites on this show. It's not who I am. I'm looking for
honestly
a dog.
was considering the Saints as
myself. You know what? Fuck it. I'm doing it. I'll do this at the end when we do the 60 fastest minute. I've stole the confessional dish and I'm running out the back door. Give me the Saints. I've stolen. I'll take honestly. I'm grabbing the collection plate and I'm gone in my Corolla. Come get me if you can. I'll take 5.5 with the Saints. I don't give a fuck about Carolina's win against Green Bay. I would actually bet Carolina last week. It was a spot play. Now we're going to take the Saints. This is the end of the line. If they can't cover this game, they're going to be on the ban list like the Tennessee Titans, who the way covered last week, but eventually.
No, we're not going to do this. We're not going to do this one. It's heartbreaking. I know that they covered.
They needed a punt return touchdown.
Sometimes you just got to take a step back and be like, the Chargers win that game by like 28. more than 50% of the time.
Oh, I know. And they could have kicked almost a field goal at the end, Rob. I'm like, bring out Dicker, the kicker. Win by 10. It was 9.5. It cost us so much in the contest. I'm like, oh, I knew this game had bad vibes written
defensive
all over it.
touchdown,
I
special
know.
teams, 98-yard punt touchdown.
I know. How does this happen? Because
the
eventually
Titans-
shit teams are going to cover once in a blue moon, aren't they?
Sure, but
It took a fucking miracle. For
It
them.
was a miracle. I'm taking the fucking Saints. If you want another miracle, God, we might see Armageddon. Like literally, I don't know what's going to happen. The earth could open up. Who's coming out? Satan, God, I don't know who. All I know is I'm betting on the Saints this week, and I need my fucking head examined.
+6, I can get you. Best number on the market.
Pat, you give me the 6. 5.5. That's not enough. I need 6.
I already gave you my cap of this game, Rob. I just can't take the Panthers to
No
lay
way.
6 points.
No,
Saints are nothing.
I agree. Listen, I have a good friend in the Panthers front office. I hate to bet against them, but like at some point,
He's doing a good job, Rob. You can tell him. I think he's doing a bang-up job with the Panthers.
you know
Great,
what?
great job.
He was very instrumental last week in their decision. There was some wind in Green Bay. I'll tell you, Carolina won the game with some really good strategy in how to play the wind last
They
week.
did.
They really did because Green Bay, when they had the ball, they were in a lot of passing situations having to throw into the wind.
Good call.
And that was a disaster for them. But like, it's still the Panthers. I mean,
Rob, they're doing great, though. They're overachieving.
Oh, no,
One
get
tip
it.
we'll give to Rob, and I know you guys laugh at me and stuff like this, but I tell people at the bar, like the average fan and stuff like this, and by no means am I an expert. We're having a good year for now. We win more than we lose, but I'm going to say this: the NFL to me, it's just a fucking soap opera. What you see one week, like Green Bay murdering Pittsburgh, whatever, I look to fade teams that look good on national television on these big primetime games the next week, right, Rob? Who's betting Carolina after watching Love play the game of his career against the Pittsburgh Steelers and embarrassing Aaron Rodgers? Like, you know what I mean? These are spots where you just look and go, okay, give me a reason. Oh, Detroit, there's no way. The Minnesota Vikings look horrible. They come out, J.J. McCarthy off injury, looks great. It's just one of those things like the narrative is to take, like, it's really hard to back these teams, but there's a reason there's a point spread, right? There's a reason why we go there.
And if you look at the Panthers, Cam, like they had that game where they blew out the Falcons, which I would argue like the Falcons had a lot of self-imposed destruction in that game. But like aside from that, the Panthers play a lot of close games.
Except for the Bills game, and the Bills were coming off a bye and they were pissed.
Sure, but let's say when they win, like they did not separate from the Dolphins. They did
with
the
the
Cowboys
Jets.
by a field goal, barely beat the Jets as well.
No, they beat the Jets down. That was a game they actually won, had a decent run, didn't they?
They scored 13 points, Pat.
Yeah, that's more than enough to cover against the Jets.
Sure, but but that's what I'm talking about. Like the offense is not explosive at all. Like their most explosive plays come from Rico Dowdle runs, and he's beat up right now too.
Yeah.
So,
Rob, are you worried about the Saints though? And I'll tell you something,
Saints
Pat.
suck.
Saints suck.
Yeah.
And I've never been happier to Seahawk fan. Of all the moves on trade deadline day, I wanted Shaheed. He's the perfect player for that team. Yeah. Cooper Kupp's old. You could put this guy in. He's a fucking burner. He's so good. I'm so excited about this team moving forward. We had nothing going into the season, and I just love what the brass is doing. But now I'm thinking I'm betting a team, and what are the Saints going to do? But this is a classic Carolina letdown spot where they win by like a field goal on the last second or something like that. 6 is too many.
I didn't understand. I like Shaheed as a player. I actually think he's very good. So obviously it is an upgrade for Seattle. But didn't they have this with Torrey Horton anyway with Kupp out? Like he returns kicks. He gets deep downfield. Like it seems like they just picked up another guy that they already had that they just drafted.
No,
maybe,
but
Torrey Horton was like a 5th round pick. Like I'm not sure that they trust him to be their true downfield. He played great against Washington. He looked fantastic. But
they've had a great draft, Rob. What about Arroyo, the tight end? He's going to be a stud too. Like Seattle's starting to figure it out. Like it feels good being a fan right now. Like it's really good.
Seattle is a legitimate Super Bowl.
I know. Bro, they're plus 150 to win the division. I think they're better than the Rams. I think they're better than the 49ers. I know they're better than the Cardinals. I know this.
To win the division, you might be right. It's just when it comes to the playoffs, give me the Rams 100 times out of 100.
Yeah, you have a feeling that Darnold, with pressure, we saw that last year. Kind of very similar situation.
But they're a very different team. Like Darnold last year was going to Jefferson's. I hear that argument. Oh, but Sam Darnold at the end of the year when the Vikings it's a fucking different year, a different team. Things are different with the team. They're not using Walker too much. He's going to be fresh, like if they get to the playoffs. I just love how the way people go, wow, so Sam Darnold got beat up And remember, Rob, you know all this stuff. You follow everything. The Minnesota Vikings offensive line was ravaged when he got beat up.
Yes. Yep.
Ravaged.
Yep. It's true.
Thank you. I appreciate your support.
And when the Rams get to him in the first round of the playoffs, it's going to be the same thing. It's more of a
That's not very nice, Patrick. Be nice to me.
It's
We've
more
already
of
had
a,
the Jays.
When it comes down to it, in a playoff game, would I rather have Matt Stafford or Sam Darnold?
I'd rather have Matt Stafford. Yes, but the Seahawks are playing good. Let's just put it that way. They're projected to be a shit team, and they're playing great. I'm happy. That's all.
There's no like runaway teams this year, which is
That's
nice.
right.
There's no one that's like you
That's
look at them
right.
like, oh, this team is for sure getting the Super Bowl. They're flawed. Like, especially in the NFC, it's so wide open. Seattle's very good, man.
Thank you, Rob.
They're way better than. Like, what the hell was that last week against people steaming Washington on Sunday?
Oh, I
night
know you
against
had Seattle like me. I'm watching the game with Lisa. She's like, "Is this the team that you like? You're the Seahawks? Like they're up 21-0 before." Like I finished the bar. I was wasted after Rob. We got Jacksonville. I think it was 1.5 or 2 in the contest. They win by 1. They score a touchdown there. They let. You might want to cover Brock Bowers. I fucking snapped. I told people I will buy your drinks if you cheer for Jacksonville, not the Raiders for some $200 pool or whatever the fuck they're in, right? So I just want everyone on that side. I was raging when I came home. And then I'm like, you know what, honey? I'm smashing Seattle. Pizzola likes them too. Like we're there. And what they did to Washington was just they isn't it crazy too, Pat and Rob? The last time the Commanders quarterback got hurt like that, it was a playoff game. Seattle at Washington, where Shanahan left Robert Griffin III in the die, and he never was the same quarterback. Like, what is happening here? The symmetry. Like, Daniel shouldn't have been in that game.
Yep, I thought that, and Quinn admitted to it after the fact as well. He owned it. He said, "I fucked up. I should have pulled Daniels," which he should have. I mean, it was. I think at that point it was too far gone. But that was. I don't even want to.
I remember that playoff game too. I felt bad as a like they have to hit Robert Griffin. It's a playoff game, but isn't that wild, Rob? Like, what are the odds? Them at Washington, same quarterback gets murdered in a game. Like,
and that gave Kirk Cousins a career right there. Yeah,
and it's still going.
And it's kind of it's there.
It's there.
He's collecting a paycheck.
He's getting paid to sit there.
Yeah, I know. The Kirk Cousins retirement plan sounds pretty damn good to me.
Yeah, you know the Price is Right game where they have the yodeler that's going up the
yeah.
Kirk Cousins is right about to go off the cliff right now. He's like right at the top there, but it's
great games on the Price is Right too.
Man,
well, fuck that. Yeah, the yodel games, top of the food chain for sure.
Silver pick, Rob.
Yeah.
I'm laughing because I don't want to.
Do it, Rob. Do it. Don't be afraid.
Okay,
the guy.
I won't be afraid. Should be very afraid. I'm going to take the Dolphins.
Oh yes, Robert. That is bold.
I like you with this. Plus 10 is the best number.
Listen. I've lost a bunch of money in the last couple of weeks betting against Buffalo. So maybe like I don't want to say this is stubbornness, but I got to trust my numbers. But who's playing for Buffalo? Buffalo
Josh Allen.
I know.
That's usually the cap.
But Josh Allen played for Buffalo against Miami earlier this year on Thursday Night Football. Miami, their offense moved the ball in that game. That's kind of what I'm relying on here because the Bills defense, I like them better with Maxwell Hairston, the rookie, who's actually been playing well at corner. But you look at this injury report, it's a disaster. It's the worst in the entire league going
also coming off an emotional win against the Chiefs. Like this is like the Green Bay spot where they beat Aaron Rodgers and the Packers, feeling the love, and then bam, then Carolina punches them right in the face. Like I like Buffalo a week, and now like the flags are up going warning, warning, warning. Like this game could be closer.
I feel like you can only survive so long missing like 10 players on defense. Yeah, and I think we learned this with Detroit last year where they got through it for a long period of time and then it finally caught up. Miami's bad. They at the deadline, they wanted to sell players. Chop Robinson might be out this week with a concussion. Rasul Douglas at corner. There's a lot of reasons why Miami can get smoked in this game, but I'm going to play what I think is just a little bit of an inflated number. Plus, James Cook is actually at risk of missing this one as well. And listen, they might still be able to run the ball with Ray Davis and Ty Johnson, but James Cook is much more explosive than those
Rob,
guys.
remember that week, too, when the Dolphins were playing Atlanta, and I did another show with Drew, like Pat knows, and he liked the Dolphins all week, and no one wasn't confident enough to take it in the Super Contest. I go, believe in this. Like, this is a spot. Like, Atlanta's a horrible favorite, and they didn't win. They murdered them. Like, The Dolphins are a weird team, Pat, even though I will say this, and you guys know, these games in Miami with the snowbirds from Western New York and shit, it's going to be like 80% Bills fans there, I would assume.
Yeah, there'll be a bunch of Bills fans that go down there for sure. I think there's some games this week where you might see more road fans. Steelers, Chargers is probably another one as well. But yeah, I don't know. Miami, they consistently lose to the Bills. They find ways to give them tough games every now and then. To me, it's too many points. So, I mean, there's no 10s. I'll just take the 9.5 out there with Miami.
Oh, there's a 10. I can get you a 10. Is it at ESPN Bet? Let's see.
You're very generous at this new Pat Mayo supermarket here. Great price.
Listen, I opened up SharpStack to find the best odds on the board, and Pinnacle has plus 10, minus 119, so it fits the parameters.
Rob's book, sharp as a Ginsu.
There we go.
Somewhat surprisingly, I actually take tailgating very seriously. Grill fired up, cooler packed, and yeah, I'm the guy everyone counts on for the food. Whether that's my home barbecues, birthdays, tailgating, doesn't matter what it is, Pat Mayo is always relied upon for bringing the food. That's why I go with Omaha Steaks, the official sponsor of tailgating. They've been America's original butcher for over a century, and everything they send is top-notch. Perfectly aged steaks, juicy burgers, those thick, deli-style franks, all delivered directly to your door. I tossed the ribeyes on the grill last weekend. Crazy tender, amazing flavor, and you can taste the quality. There's no off-season for flavor here. Make your next game day delicious with Omaha Steaks. Just head to omahasteaks.com and use promo code MAYO at checkout for $35 off your order. That's omahasteaks.com. Promo code MAYO. Terms apply. See site for details. For over a century, Johnnie Walker has shared its bold spirit with the game of golf. Now, crafted with Devereux Golf, Johnnie Walker introduces the Johnnie Walker Blue Label-inspired Sunday Golf Bag, elevating the game with sleek design, blue label hues, and refined gold accents. Celebrate your hole-in-one with a premium Sunday bag crafted by Devereux Golf. Submit proof of your achievement to johnniewalker.com/blue-in-1. Please drink responsibly. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. The days are getting shorter and it's easy to feel like the world's getting a little darker, too. This time of year can be tough, especially when life gets busy. So BetterHelp is encouraging everyone to reach out, check in on your friends, reconnect with family, or grab a coffee with someone from your team or a friend that you haven't seen in a while. Just like sending that first message, starting therapy can feel hard, but taking that step is almost always worth it. You might even find yourself wondering, why didn't I do this sooner? With over 30,000 licensed therapists and more than 5 million people served, BetterHelp is one of the world's largest online therapy platforms. They help you match with a therapist based on your needs so you can focus on your goals, not the search. If the fit's not right, you can switch anytime. This month, don't wait to reach out. Whether you're checking in on a friend or reaching out to a therapist yourself, BetterHelp makes it easy to take that first step. My listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/PatMayo. That's BetterHelp.com/PatMayo. Reach out, connect, and remember, you're not alone. Bronze picks for week.
I will start bronze picks, and this is going to be a very, very popular, could be stupid, could come back and kick me in the ass. I want the Detroit Lions to fucking murder Washington. Like all day, all night. What do you guys think?
I mean, I lean Detroit, but it wasn't going to make my mineral list.
The other ones I like were. Let me take.
We can talk. I'm stuck on a few games as well. We can talk through the other ones.
What do you think about Seattle murdering Arizona, even though it's a divisional game?
Short week for Arizona as well.
Week.
And Jacoby Brissett's unstoppable.
I know what I told people. Brissett's better than Kyler Murray. ATS. It's just a fact. That's the thing.
Also,
hey, backup quarterback.
I actually took the big dog in every single divisional matchup outside of Thursday night this week. Just because Thursday night's stupid.
Yeah, Thursday's
Rams, Niners. Kind of looking at the. No, you know what? I'll stick by it. I hate favorites, but I just think Detroit. Like it's so many points, though. It's so many points. But Washington's done. Like after that
Washington has
Seattle,
no players. They have no players.
Yeah, that's it. I'm taking Detroit. If Dan Campbell, I hope. You know what? Revenge game from the playoffs too. Yeah, give me Detroit. I'm going to take Detroit, please.
But there's a backup in the game.
I know, and that goes against everything I believe in.
Yeah, but it's not like his first backup.
That's
star.
the thing. He's a veteran backup. Yeah, he's not some new guy off the street like feeling it. Like He's old. Rob, do you like Detroit in this spot, or what do you
I
think?
have no opinion. I would
Okay.
have loved to bet Detroit. The only reason I don't have an opinion now is because both their tackles, who are very good, Taylor Deckard and Penei
They're both
Sewell,
out?
they're not. They did not practice yesterday, and their backup tackle Dan Skipper left last game as well. The
Jeez.
left guard just went on IR. So, and you know what? It might not even matter. I'll be like, it might not matter. They're a very well schemed team. They have good coaching staff. They could probably do some stuff to get the ball out of Goff's hands quickly into some playmakers in space. Gibbs, St. Brown. It may not matter, but that's what's keeping me off Detroit. Otherwise, I would like them.
I'm taking Detroit, Pat. It's usually not my style to take an 8.5 point. Is there an 8 out there, or is it just 8.5?
There's an 8. I can get you an 8.
Man, this new supermarket, Mayo Supermarket. I'm never fucking going to No Frills or Fortino's again. You're my guy. See you later. Bye bye. I'm gonna get a customer card too. Like I'm here. This is the only place I'm going to.
To get more on Rob's point as well about just them missing players, Washington had been inside the top 10 in pressure rate almost all season, but when you go back and look at the past 3 weeks, it's just they're now like bottom 10 in the league.
And that's good for Goff if he's a statue.
They need to blitz to get pressure, and their blitz rates were really high early in the year. But now what's happened, especially last week, they lost 2 corners in the game. Trey Amos, who's actually very good.
I like
Marshawn Lattimore, who's completely washed, but a starter for them. And now they can't blitz because they have all backup corners playing. So they kind of just have to try to get pressure with their front four. They have so many defensive line injuries. It's a mess. The defense is really bad. Like it might be Cowboys Bengals tier right now with the lack of personnel that they have on defense.
Without the offense to back it up. And to your point, the past 3 weeks, Vegas has the lowest blitz rate at 15%. Washington is second lowest at 17%.
Yeah. That's what happens. When you lose corners, you can't send pressure anymore because you can't leave those corners one-on-one, backup corners one-on-one.
Well, this will be good for Indy because Indy is actually third last at 18%, but now getting Sauce Gardner. Like they can blitz whenever they want if they really want to, but it doesn't seem like they have to.
Yeah, I got to tell you, I bet Atlanta early in the week, and that Sauce Gardner trade did not make me happy.
Well, he's back. I mean, is he going to get to Germany to play? He would, right?
He's practicing off the concussion, so I think he's going to be good, yeah.
Why didn't you like Cleveland? What was it with the Jets? It's just can't bet Cleveland at -2.5?
Yeah, like I guess if you ask me to pick, I'm going to probably take Cleveland in the game.
Two. I can get a 2. That's even better.
I just, like Dylan Gabriel is maybe the worst quarterback in the game.
Okay, Tyler Shuck plays. Justin Fields plays.
I'm betting on Tyler Shuck.
I think I would take Shuck over Dylan Gabriel.
The one thing I've noticed with Gabriel so far, like, he's definitely not going to win you anything, but he's like the triple, not even the AAA version, like the single A ball version of Drew Brees. He just kind of stands there, throws the guys 8 feet in front of him, and doesn't throw picks. That's probably good enough to beat the Jets.
It's true with that defense. It may just be. Listen. I just don't have an opinion at that number. I mean, it's just an ugly game.
I know. No, I'm looking at the board too, Rob. It's making me dizzy, and I'm trying to think about a sound effect for a giant. Like I got to do the 60-second minute at the end. I got nothing. We need. I want a soundboard.
I liked your fee fi fo fum, and you were putting little people in headlocks, and you're good to go.
Yeah, that's what you did to that. That's what you did to the guy at the bar years ago. You're the dwarf destroyer.
Oh yeah, I forgot. The Cam, the guy who picks on little people. Okay.
Yeah. It was just an average.
You're gonna love the thumbnail for this show.
Oh, am I ever?
I actually like the Falcons against the Colts. We've been kind of hitting on the spread show.
I was looking at Frank Falcon again. They were good to me last week.
When the Falcons are dogs, bet on them. When they're favorites, fade them.
I agree, 100%. Like maybe I should switch to the Falcons, but I'm sticking with my picks.
The problem is I just don't like these weird. I just don't like the international games at all. Like I find I get them wrong every single week.
I just hate the losing an international game because it sets the mood for the entire game.
Bad vibes.
It sure does.
Right? Like I don't think about it from the positive of winning it, because I think if I lose that game, I'm going to be in a bad mood before the 1:00 games even kick off. And I hate
why are they still playing international? Like, what the hell is going on?
They're trying to grow it overseas.
Yeah, it's not working. Like, look at the products we give these guys. I feel sorry for them.
Sure.
We haven't had one good fucking international.
And the Jags out a few more times next
year. Yeah,
year,
exactly. You know? Can I watch fucking Steffi Graf and the Jags play?
Jags, Browns. Like, come on.
It's just disgusting. What are you giving these Europeans?
This is like the best game they've gotten in forever, honestly.
Yeah, Berlin or Germany's been getting all the good games. Would they get Kansas City and the Dolphins last year?
Yeah,
It's
they
true. The
did.
Brits get hosed. The Germans get the good stuff.
I was hoping this game would be in Frankfurt. I was going to go to Frankfurt because there's a direct flight from here to Frankfurt.
It's
gonna go to Frankfurt.
Well, it's the biggest connection hub in Europe, Frankfurt. I've been through Frankfurt like a dozen times.
And see, and that would be the move. You could put Atlanta to play in Frankfurt because Frankfurt is the Atlanta of Germany, or at least of Europe.
Well, it's true. You know what? Maybe there's a little hidden edge there as well.
But it's not in Frankfurt.
I like that Pioneer sweater.
Atlanta is the connection hub of North America.
So then what the fuck is Dusseldorf then? The Nashville, Tennessee of Germany? Like I think, what are you guys talking about?
Okay, so when you fly on the East Coast in North America, you'll often have a connection in Atlanta.
Big time. Delta, don't ever leave the airport.
Don't ever.
Yeah, but Frankfurt's the same way.
The same thing.
Oh, I didn't know that. I was in Berlin. I was in a couple places eating pork knuckles, but that was on a tour. So I don't know what's going on. Yeah, a couple gypsies behind the bar. Oh, yeah, this guy's got no arm. Got to be careful. Don't get too stoned. Germany's got a lot of European gypsies. They're everywhere, man. Be careful. Amsterdam's the worst. Like, you got to keep your head on a swivel. It's fucking dangerous there.
This guy behind the bar's got no arm. Don't get too stoned. Be careful. You just
dude, Rob. I'm in Scotland. My buddy's living behind the Tennant's beer factory. I'm walking around with these netties, these kids in Adidas suits and their dogs. I was shitting, like I had shit running down my leg. I was so scared. I've never been more. I got money in my pocket. Like, people don't understand. I'd rather hang out anywhere in North America. Like, Europe, way different. Way different.
But the shit down your leg might not have been from the fear.
Nah, what, from the pork knuckles?
Does any
Okay.
Does anyone have a Rams 49ers type take? I like the Niners in the game just because they're dogs at home and they have great success against the Rams.
I bet a lot on the Rams this week.
So, Rob.
So why aren't they your bronze pick?
It's gone to what I think the price should be, though. Like, there's no way I would bet the Rams anymore at this price.
At 4.5?
Yeah, like it's too much now. But the 49ers D-line, like, I think they're just going to get cooked in this game. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
Okay. What about I like the Eagles to crush the Packers.
I like the Packers in that game.
I like the Eagles a lot. Eagles got way better defensively.
That is a tough game.
Coming off a bye week. I get it's a rebound spot for the Packers, but if you just get like the median performance from the Packers, they're done for.
That's a game I don't want to deal with. I want to take the Packers. That game's got, like, I'd put an X through it.
Steelers, Chargers?
I lean Chargers, but I don't like that game either. I don't like many. Rob, I'm like Rob. I'm like selective menu.
I know my bronze.
Okay, hit me.
I'm just gonna keep fading a team that I think is absolute dog shit again. I'm gonna take the Texans.
The Jaguars suck.
The Jags suck. They really, really do suck. And like, Trevor Lawrence is way closer to a bottom tier quarterback than an average quarterback.
I'm so with Rob. I watched that guy play. Did you see that turnover, Pat, at the 1 yard line?
Yes.
He's like shovel passing. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
We
costing me $12,000 US, you idiot. Like, what the hell is this guy doing?
We had it set up in the our main screen room, and the Bills and Chiefs game had just come on, but we were watching that drive. And that drive, I think it had like 15 plays on it or something like that. Like, well, we can't turn the channel until we see what happens here. And then boom, pick at the 1 yard line.
Honestly, the Raiders-Jags game, the swings in that game, Rob, and I needed it too for something important. It took years off my life. Like, I was just the whole day pacing at this place, like going nuts. Lisa's looking at me. What's wrong? I go, I can't believe I actually have money on this fucking football game. Like,
I'm sorry. I was oppo there.
Oh, well, what are you going to do?
I was in the minerals last week. That's what I'm going to keep. Listen,
I hate that team. I hate the Jacksonville Jaguars for life.
Well, I also hate the Texans. Here's a problem. But I'll say this. Davis Mills last week, horrendous coming in. But you know what? It's one thing to be horrendous against the Broncos, because the Broncos D-line against the Texans O-line, that's a big mismatch. They had him under duress. He couldn't do anything. The Jags are not even in the same league, in my opinion.
True.
Plus, you give all these injuries. Yeah, I know they're trading for receiver, but Brian Thomas Jr. probably not going to play. Travis Hunter, IR. De'Ami Brown's got the concussion. They don't have any receivers. Their wide receiving room sucks. You know who Houston has? They have really good cornerbacks as well. I don't like the Jags. I'm glad this flipped on the Stroud concussion news and that he's not going to play, and I will take Houston.
Mills is starting for Houston. The one thing I did see is that Will Anderson's not practicing, Rob, which
he did not practice yesterday with a quad injury. I read some quotes that sounds like he feels he's going to be ready for the game. It's a risk, but we record on Thursday mornings. Everything's kind of a risk on the injury report. So you just kind of got to factor it in. But yeah, that is concerning. And Houston has a couple of linemen that are not practicing either.
The Jaguars, their defense too, like Brock Bowers did what he wanted to them. It's embarrassing watching that team play. Yeah. They scored a touchdown in extra time and just let the Raiders march down there with it. It's just, God, they suck.
I like Houston in this game as well. The one game that we haven't touched on is probably the best game of the day, which is Patriots at Tampa Bay. I like Tampa Bay, but not enough to bet them at -2.5.
I agree.
I like Tampa Bay.
I like the Bucs, but not enough to bet them, because the Bucs play so many close games as well. God, I hope this is such a good game. I love these quarterbacks. I mean, these are two of my favorites.
That is a hard game, man. Like that. Like I would you almost want to take the dog with the points, but like it's going to be like a 2 or 3. Like it's probably going to be a 3-point game for somebody.
Yeah, I'll say the only thing is like Tampa has played a pretty tough schedule of teams this year. I mean, they got New Orleans before the bye week, but before that, it was Lions, 49ers, Seahawks, Eagles,
Texans.
And New England's been the opposite, right? New England's had like one tough opponent this year. Granted, they beat Buffalo on the road. So,
Rob, did you see the story that just broke about Marshawn Keeneland?
Marshawn Kneeland
who died at 24?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's horrible, man.
It's awful.
He's 24 years old.
Yep. Promising player for the Cowboys on defense.
He had a touchdown against the Cardinals.
Yeah. I know.
Man, that's
out of nowhere.
Crazy.
Yep.
There's no more information as we're seeing this kind of break in real time about what's going on with it.
We're taping. Like I just see the story. I'm like, whoa, man. That's awful.
Yeah.
I'll take the Chargers -2.5 on Sunday Night Football. That Circa's laying at 2.5 right now. I think that's the number where I want to bet it. It's funny because when we did the spread guesses show on Sunday Night Football, by the way, we're introducing a new element, Cam, to the Sunday Night Football thing. You really enjoyed guessing the lines with us, right?
Yeah, I like guessing lines. It's fun.
So we're gonna Cuss and I will be in studio. We'll guess the lines. The guest will be joining us, and they'll be guessing lines. And we're gonna nominate one viewer to guess the lines along with us. So if you go to mayomediainc@gmail.com, you can present yourself as a nominee. I'll pick someone here probably over the next day, and we'll have to get your guesses in by like 7 p.m. on Sunday, and then Jared can read them out as he's going along with it. We'll compete against them.
It's a great idea. I've always liked guessing the lines. It was fun to eat on the show. Like you bought me that chicken burger, and I just downed it. Cuss was having a real problem with heat there, and then he went wild for. I never knew a guy could fucking like hospital food like Jell-O, but he had gummy bears on top. So I guess that was the deciding factor to cover the spread, the gummy bears.
That is the only thing that he has rated a perfect 10 out of 10 so far this year, Rob, was Jell-O with gummy bears in it.
I mean, that's probably the least surprising thing you've told me so far this year. There's one person I would think that would rate that a 10 out of 10. Cust would be atop the list.
I think I would like the Steelers. It's funny. I would probably like the Steelers +3.5, but at 2.5, I really like the Chargers.
I like the Chargers.
I don't have an opinion. I've just seen the Chargers too many times without Joe Alt so far. I have it's ingrained in my memory of how shit that offense was without him.
In fairness, their pressure rate isn't all that different between when Alt has been playing this year and when it's not. Like their offensive line just isn't good.
Yeah, it's not, but it's not even all. They brought in their right tackle, Bobby Hart, has been a practice squad player for like the last 4 years. He was a complete turnstile the last time we saw him in the NFL. He's also injured now. He's like their second best O-lineman this year. What scares me, Pat, is all year the Steelers' defensive line has not been good. And then they finally came to life last week against the Colts, against a very good Colts O-line. And I can't really get that out of my head. I just feel like it's going to be one of those games where Herbert is under constant duress, and maybe he can make the plays because he's very good, but too tough for me.
Herbert's got to run more.
I agree.
He has the most rushing yards in the NFL of quarterbacks.
I still think he needs to run more because he's a great athlete. It's just one of those things that let Pittsburgh's pressure, let it work against them, because Herbert, like, he can really motor. Just if it breaks down, just get out there and start boogieing.
I guess the big thing for me when it comes to Pittsburgh is if they are not generating 3+ turnovers in a game, they're just not going to win, Rob.
Yeah, Pittsburgh's not that great. The offense has kind of been figured out too. The Colts did. I mean, listen, despite the Colts getting blown out last week, I mean, the Pittsburgh offensive numbers were a disaster.
And so were the defensive numbers outside of turnovers. It's not like the Colts weren't moving the ball on them.
Yeah, Colts had 6 turnovers in the game. Pittsburgh had 3.7 yards per play on offense. And what the Colts did well is they disguised a lot of coverages. Lots of teams are going to do this against Pittsburgh now, where they put a lot of guys at the line of scrimmage, and then they have a bunch of them drop off into coverage to take away the short routes. And Rodgers just didn't know how to deal with that last week. They don't have anything downfield is the problem. They just get it out of his hands quickly. And that seems to be figured out at this point.
So let's recap that. For me, Giants, Cleveland, and the Chargers. For Rob, Baltimore, the Dolphins, and the Texans. For Cam, Baltimore, the Saints, and the Lions. We moved to our teaser, which was a loser last week, thanks to the Detroit Lions, who did not hold up their end of the bargain. Rob, I believe that was your pick.
I think you're correct.
I'm not throwing shade at Rob.
Just the way you said it, Rob. I think that was your. But I believe that was your
he's
pick.
right. It fits like a game I would like to take usually. Detroit at home to win.
I said Steelers because I thought the game was going to be close.
And I stole the Chargers from you, Rob, as a part of the teaser.
Whatever. Yeah. No, before there was a treaty.
So where would you guys like to go with this one?
That episode Rob was on the other day. Otto, all we found in your place was pornographic magazines and I had mustard.
I'm going first here.
You go first.
I'll take the Patriots.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, good call. Yeah, Patriots up to 8.5 or 9 actually in some spots.
Nuts, Pizzola. Don't want to get in trouble. Are we flagged? Oh, can't talk about that. Graphite.
You could say big nuts.
Yeah, graphite balls.
Can't say big MFN nuts.
Yeah, exactly. That's the one where he gets angry. Ooh, MFN. Ooh.
The YouTube overlord says,
you can do anything but MFN.
I'll get Detroit down to 2 for the second consecutive week. Detroit will come through for me because they didn't come through for Rob.
Yeah.
What am I going to do here?
I was going to guess you take the Saints up to 12.
No, but they're a type of team to get blown out, as I know. Okay. All kidding aside here. Detroit. Okay, guys, what do we do?
You could lose on your Seahawks if you want to.
Do you think they'll win the game? I do. Give me Seattle pick 'em.
Seattle pick.
Watch Jacoby Brissett, game of his life. Yeah, what a homer.
Biggest homer I've ever seen right here.
Yeah, that's me. Cam Stewart, homer.
So New England up to 9, Detroit down to 2, Seattle down to a half point as a part of the 6-team teaser. I believe we are now, we're either 6-3 or 5-4. I think we're 5-4 now. We've had 2 losing weeks in a row with the teaser. That ain't no way to live. Still up money for the year, which is good.
Yeah, sounds good.
No way to live.
Cam, are you ready?
Not really. No, just stuff that this segment's really like I told you. Know what the worst is? I need a soundboard. One week I just wanted to like tape them all and just like I'm gonna give all my picks and just like hit a button.
Here's the thing: you don't need a sound effect for every team. Just you do the sound effects that you do have.
But people expect more.
No, they don't. They want you. They want you lively.
I'm really mad at myself is I can't whistle because I want to do the little birds whistling instead of all the same bird. The cats, I don't know how to fucking change a jaguar into a lion into a panther. I don't know. They're all fucking mean.
You could go by the size of the claw instead. You can be more creative. Okay. One of them has a smaller.
We'll have a team meeting about this. But anyway, let's fucking.
I'm not going to join a meeting about it.
All right. So let's cue you up here for everyone's favorite segment, except for Cam's. The fastest 60 seconds in sports betting starts now.
It might not be the fastest. Yar! I'm coming to your ship there. I'm going to kill your horse and steal 8.5 bags of gold. Give me the Raiders. Falcons in Dusseldorf? I don't care where they're playing in Germany. Let's go, Frank Falcon. Hey, partner, get over here. I got a gun. I'm going to shoot you in the leg. Give me the Houston Texans plus 1.5 bullets. I'm a giant plus 4.5, whatever the fuck that is. 4.5 squawks with Ron Raven. I got rabies. 2.5 barks with the Browns. Heavenly Father, I bet on this team every week and lost every week. I'm taking the Saints and the collection plate out the door. I love your pick, Pizzola. when I'm on Buffalo Bill. Yar, yar, yar. I love the theme of booty this week. Give me the Buccaneers minus 2.5 bags of booty. Seahawks 6.5 squawks. Hey, honey, I found some gold. Panning for gold with the Niners plus 4.5. Lions minus 8.5. What the hell's going on? The cable's out. Powerball, high voltage, minus 3 lightning. And what else do we got? Oh man, that's a heavy lasagna. I'll take 2.5 wheels of cheese.
I like that. Your Chargers one every week has been really good.
Yeah, Chargers have been good.
It's really hard. I gotta cut. Like, remember, I'm like 1 week. I'm like, I'm really gonna try to like write a script for it, but it just doesn't work. I just go and whatever. It's shit. Rob, I would appreciate some help though. And Pat, you guys know me. If I can find a way to use my voice and change a couple of things, I would like to give people just a little bit more. I'm trying.
I gotta say, I ran into a little bit of confusion in the Giants Bears game.
Oh yeah,
it seems like you did a bear.
I sound like a bear. Yeah, what do I do?
A bear for a giant.
What do I do for a giant? Tell me what to do.
I mean, last time you took your shirt off.
What do I do? No, that's a bear.
That was the type.
I'm coming to your campfire. I'm gonna eat you.
What do you do for a giant?
Yeah, what do you do for a giant? Hold on.
The Jack and the Beanstalk situation, maybe?
I'm coming. I'm Jack and the Beanstalk.
Yeah.
There we go. That's what I got to do. A giant to smash my desk. I'm a giant. I'm going to eat you.
ChatGPT was not very helpful with writing a script for you, Cam. Cam Stewart's fastest 60 seconds in football. SFX, stadium crowd noise, fade in, whistle blows, pounding drum beat starts. All right, folks, it's time for the fastest 60 seconds in football. Buckle up. Cam Stewart coming in hot. Rapid heartbeat, whoosh transition. Let's kick it off with Team 1, steamrolled Team 2. Quarterback looked like he was playing Madden on rookie mode. What a bunch of losers.
That's amazing. I just want to thank the people for trying. Hey, I'm doing my best here, but I'll tell you, after a while, that 60 seconds really takes it out of me, Pat. I give her. It's like I'm just out of gas at the end, but I will try to do better for you guys. And we do need more sound effects and other things to make it even better.
Crowd cheer plus cash register cha-ching sound effect. Meanwhile, Team 3's defense, Swiss Cheese City, couldn't stop a lawn chair in the wind.
That's amazing. Who wrote this?
AI, your buddy AI.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I used to hate AI. Now he's a friend. I don't like M. Remember? Robin.
MFN.
MAI. I like AI. MAI can MFAI. Yeah, he's a jerk. He's a
MFN cousin of JSN.
Chicken cluck laughsting. Next week, weather's getting colder, temperature's hotter, so are my picks. Grab the over, hold the mayo.
Hold the mayo. God, I love mayo, actually. One of my favorite condiments. Not just you, mayo.
Oh, Cuss gave his condiment best rankings list. Do you know what number 1 on his condiment list was?
Oh, my God. I
don't even know that I want to hear.
I didn't want to guess.
Ketchup was last place.
His number 1 condiment, let me think for Cuss. Rob, what do you think? Sauerkraut?
That's far too adventurous for Cuss.
Actually, you're right. The guy doesn't even like a hot chicken sandwich.
No, he would do something. He would do something that would be like even debated as a condiment. Yeah. That's what I like. Honey, that would be like a.
That's a great call by you. Honey might be the one.
He didn't have honey on the list because I think we told him he could not put it on the list.
Honey, he didn't have condiment because
if marmalade was eligible, that probably would have been number 1.
Oh, great call.
He loves marmalade.
Yeah.
But his number 1 was HP sauce.
You know what, though? I can't get mad at him for that one. HP sauce is really nice, and if you got to doctor up a tough steak.
Yeah, if you eat shit steak, put some A1 sauce or HP sauce.
No, that's the thing. I like my steak like rare or medium, so I don't need I don't need to put like the sauce on it to make the asphalt taste like edible. Like, you know what I mean? Cuss is one of those guys too, Pat. I know he is. Like, he'll go and order like a steak at like a restaurant, well done. Oh, everything just absolutely torched. Like, it can't have any red in it, whatever. Like, he is an old English lady. That's what he is. That's his palate.
If you put a bonnet on him, I think he would actually just look like an old British lady.
It's a good call.
Get him a fascinator. He'd be fine.
Yeah. Put a tea cozy on his head. With some honey.
Forward Progress YouTube channel with Rob Pizzola. Are you guys doing any watch-alongs this week for Thursday or just Monday?
Yeah, Thursday, it's not me that does that, but we do have every Thursday and Monday. Good crew on Thursday. G-Stack, George, Alex Moretto. Not the greatest game. I'm on Monday. I get the good games.
I'm on Monday
Packers
too.
Eagles will be hopefully a banger. I'm just looking forward to that one. So yeah, join Forward Progress. Make sure you subscribe there as well. Got lots of content over the course of the week. And if you enjoy the watch alongs, check them out. I mean, we do live bets. We do all sorts of crazy stuff.
Cam, this week for you over at Sports Grid?
Yep. Same thing. College, me and Morency are going to knock it out of the park on Saturday. By the way, Pat, your favorite league, the Canadian Football League playoffs start this weekend too. We'll have some predictions on the air before that happens. The first game's at 3:00, Winnipeg and Montreal. Also on Monday night for a watch-along party. Sorry, Pizzola. I guess we'll. You got your guys, I got mine. Pat, just to recap, do I have solid numbers? Saints 6, Detroit 8, and Baltimore 4.
I got 4, 6, and 8. Yes, you got all the even numbers.
Amazing. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
One thing you can do at CoolBet right now, there's also other playoffs going on in Canada for football, Cam.
That's what I just said. The Canadian Football League.
Yeah, that league sucks. What you want to have is AUS bets because my alma mater, the St. Mary's Huskies, at coolbet.com right now are 7-point favorites over.
Are you telling me you guys got university lines? I remember that time we bet on Mount Allison at like plus 39.5 and they covered and we had Manitoba. Oh my God, Pat, you got to send me this stuff. I'll bet CIS football till the cows come home.
You can bet right now. You can bet on the. What is going on here? Yeah, you can bet my 7-point favorites, my St. Mary's Huskies against St. FX.
St. Mary's, great football. Actually, back in the day, St. Mary's a very good football.
They won 2 national championships
when
I was there.
They won the Vanier Cup, baby. Good call.
Great times. They also beat Mount Allison 104-0 the first year I went to St. Mary's.
I knew a guy in Yellowknife. He was a running back for Mount Allison. Eric Lapointe. He played in the Canadian Football League as well. Like he just came up to visit. He was a really nice guy.
Eric Lapointe was a Heck Crichton nominee, wasn't he?
Right, he was.
He was awesome.
The guy. I'm like, what the hell are you doing in Yellowknife? He's like, just visiting. I'm like, okay. Nice guy.
Yeah.
Great football player.
Yeah, he was awesome. They also had this guy from they took some. I forget what his name was, but Mount A just randomly ended up with this guy from the States one year who played offense, defense, and returned kicks for them, and he won 8 games for them.
It's crazy, Rob and Pat. If you guys look at some of these players in the States, like in the MAC, in the Metro Atlantic, a lot of these guys come from Quebec and Canada. It's like a pipeline into these Rob, Bowling Green, Buffalo, Toledo, fucking Eastern Michigan. Take a look at the rosters. A lot of Canadians play in the States.
All right. Yeah. So, coolbet.com. If you're in Canada, outside of Ontario, you can bet on the AOS. There's also our intern, Dayton, actually just flew up to Toronto to do the French language broadcast of, I think, the soccer championships, which is also on CoolBet that you can bet on right now.
You got to know what, Pat? You got to, God, I can't believe I can't get bet with them in Ontario. These guys got everything.
It's all there. It's all there for you.
Oh, God. Why can't they just expand Ontario? Anyway, we'll talk. We'll have a business meeting.
CoolBet used to be in Ontario. They got launched.
I know. Remember, Taylor Pendrith was sponsored by CoolBet, and he's from Richmond Hill, is he not?
Yes, but now Adam Svensson is sponsored by CoolBet.
Good call. I'm glad they got a Canadian golfer on payroll. Good stuff.
That'll do it for us. Thank you all for watching. Sub to Mayo Media Network, sub to the audio podcast, turn those notifications on, and hopefully this episode was not rated R, so you didn't have to sign in, thus killing all of our views. But I'll see you next time.
Pat Mayo Experience! Experience!